It's the 1st of June. It's been snowing, it's been wet and windy, and it's a bit yuck this morning. So anyway, Lochnagar today, going up the back way, so should be a bit quieter. I've got a micro radio station with me, and given the weather, there might be time to squeeze in a few navigational tips as well. I'm walking through the royal estate here. These woods were saved by Queen Victoria when she bought this Balmoral estate back in the 19th century. They were earmarked for felling, so an unusual act of conservation back in early Victorian times. Plenty of red deer, though. I've seen fully grown red deer hinds running through the woods this morning. Too quick to catch on the camera. Let's talk navigation then. Right, the first rule of navigation is before you make a decision about which way to go, you have to know where you are to start with. Now here I am at a four-way junction in this woods. Not too difficult. Got Ordnance Survey mapping on my phone. I've got GPS, it's got Ordnance Survey mapping on it, 1 to 50,000. Yeah, I can see exactly where I am. I know it's that way. However, have you seen how much solar activity there has been recently? There's been radio blackouts, and there's a real risk to global navigation systems when the sun is really active for short periods of time, but it could be a crucial period of time when you need to know which way to go. Also, you can drop your phone and smash it. Your GPS batteries can run out. You can drop it and lose it. I've lost that on a hill before, and it was returned to me by a hill walker who I bumped into later on in the day. So that's why you need to be able to rely on a map and compass. So when we get further up the hill, I'm going to show you quite simply how we can use a map and compass to just do some basic navigation. Okay, I'm up here in the moor, in the mist, and I've reached a junction. Track goes that way. Track goes that way. I genuinely don't know which one it is. I've not been up here before. First thing I need to do is set my map, and by that you want to find out where north is. So you make sure that the north indicator is pointing upwards on the compass. The edge of your compass is lined up with the grid line, because we're just going for a grid north. Don't worry about magnetic deviation here, because it's only a short distance. That is north in that direction. Now, there's only one track marked on this map, so that doesn't help either. But now if I rotate my compass around to the direction I think I want to go, whilst ensuring the compass needle still facing north and the grid line is lined up, and I'm keeping the compass away from any metallic objects. I can see there's that track there. There are visual indicators which obviously help as well. This is a main Land Rover track here. It turns into a footpath, and after 300 metres crosses a burn and starts to climb up to a point at 727 metres. It starts to climb gently and then steepens up because the contour lines are closer together. So that is an indication also if I'm on the right track. It's important to know how many paces you take to walk 100 metres on various types of ground. So I know that I'm about 110 paces on flat or gently rising ground. But I've got quite long legs. So over a 200 or 300 metre stint, 300 metres I should be expected to walk 330 paces, and it is important to count them when you're out on a featureless moor. It's not so bad on a track like this, because even if I do take the wrong track, I can track back and take the other one. Right, onwards. Okay, that seems to have worked. Crossed the burn at the right point, and I can just see the track starting to climb up a hill in front of me. I've actually been pacing out this climb fairly accurately using 110 to 120 steps per 100 metres, which has worked out about right for me over about 800 metres of this track. But I don't know if you can see this, my navigation exercise may be over, as the sun has come out and it's starting to burn the cloud off, which was forecast today, but until I saw it I didn't believe it. So that's going to make life a bit more pleasant. Feels like I'm finally getting somewhere. It's still about 3.5 kilometres to go. That's the summit of Lochnagar, just dipping in and out of the mist there. But it's turning into a rather fine day. That's me on the plateau now. I've got the summit in sight, so while I head over and set up one more navigational tip. Back to the classroom for this one.
Let's take a quick look at aiming off then. So let's just say we're at a point here and we want to get to a point over here. It's featureless terrain, nice and flat, no landmarks, it's a bit foggy. You put your compass to north there. You might want to try and follow the path to this point here. The danger is, if you're slightly off in your reading, you can march straight past it. However, there's a footpath goes to this very same point. So aiming off basically means, let's take a bearing for the footpath. It's a little bit longer to walk, but you're guaranteed that you're going to hit this footpath somewhere. When you hit the footpath, you turn left, and that takes you up to the point that you want to be at. Now that footpath could be something like an escarpment or another feature. It's something that you aim for, a definitive line that you can then follow in one direction or the other, rather than take the chance of missing, a small point such as a trig point, which is pretty unidentifiable. And in bad weather, you only have to be something like 20 meters away from that to walk straight past it with no visibility. So that's a very rough guide to aiming off.
This is Mike 0 Echo Foxtrot India Portable calling CQ for summits on the air from the top of Lochnagar in the Cairngorms, which is Golf Mike Echo Sierra 008. This is Mike 0 Echo Foxtrot India Portable, QRZ.
Golf Mike 0 Tango Quebec Kilo Mobile.
Golf Mike 0 Tango Quebec Kilo Mobile. Good morning. You're 5'9" up into Lochnagar, over.
Oh my God, 5'9", wow. You're about 5 and 6, about 5 and 7. We're located in Dalkeith, south of Edinburgh, over.
Yeah, thanks for 5 and 6 into Dalkeith. That's fantastic. I'm just running 5 watts into a Slim G, and it's only 2 metres off the ground here, so I'm really happy with that this morning. Can I have your name for the log, please?
Roger, the name's Kenny, Kilo Echo November Yankee, and we're actually just located outside of Dalkeith on the A1, just approaching the A1, over.
Yeah, QSL Kenny, yeah, thanks for that. My name's Fraser, Foxtrot Romeo Alpha Sierra Echo Romeo, and it's great to get you in the log, over.
Thanks very much, Fraser. I'll carry on there, and good luck to your wee expedition. 73 now.
Thanks very much. 7-3 QRZ, Mike 0 Echo Foxtrot India Portable. Okay, I'm going to give you a quick run through of this true Usdx. Look at it. It is absolutely tiny. So I've messed about with this at home. It's the first time I've used it outdoors in anger. The only issue with this radio is it's got such a small speaker you can't really hear it in an environment where there's wind or anything. So what I've done is I've made a speaker mic which clips on here, and I've got the earpiece which has dramatically improved the audio, but that means you won't hear it on the video. So I have a little audio recorder plumbed in via a T-piece. We'll see how that works then, shall we? Antenna wise, I'm using a end-fed half-wave. There's no tuner in this radio, so I need a resonant antenna. That's my spot on the internet. CQ Summits on the air, CQ Summits on the air. This is Mike 0 Echo Foxtrot India Portable, calling CQ Summits on the air from Lochnagar in the Cairngorms, from Golf Mike Echo Sierra 008 QRZ. CQ Summits on the air, Mike 0 Echo Foxtrot India Portable, calling CQ. On the air, CQ Sota. This is Mike 0 Echo Foxtrot India. Well, I think I'm going to have to admit defeat. Thankfully I qualified this summit on 2 metres, but the bands are pretty flat today, sunspots are down, K is up, I can hardly hear any stations at all, to be honest with you. Even searching around for other SOTA stations I can't hear anything. So maybe it's a day for more power. Well, that was a mixed bag of results today, wasn't it? I was delighted to qualify the summit on 2 metres, working stations Edinburgh and Glasgow way, which was fantastic from up here. I don't want to be unfair to the little radio. Okay, I didn't make any contacts on HF, but you know the bands were in terrible shape today. So I'm going to go home. I'm going to strap it up to a dummy load and a power meter. And I'm going to just put a little bit on the end of this video just so I can show that it works properly, because you know, kudos to the guys that made this. It's a cracking little design, and I'm definitely going to try it again on a hill. So if you watch to the end of the video, we'll have a little test. Historical fact for you: Queen Victoria used this route that I'm on today to ascend Lochnagar. She was on pony back or horseback, and because of that the grades aren't that difficult, but it has meant I've had to reascend this other Munro top, so it's twice I've been up here in one day. Never mind, all downhill from here. Okay, another fact, that's the Munro of Anscarach Mor over there. There are 2 walkers just descending from the summit. But I don't know if you can see the bit that's shining there. It's actually the wing of a Canberra aircraft. Sadly there was a Canberra went down there, I think it was 1952. Unfortunately the mountains around here are littered with plane wreckage, mainly from training flights during the Second World War. It's amazing how many pilots died without seeing action. That's Lochnagar, and the ridge I walked round up there, that's most of the route. Right, back to the shack. Okay, we're back home now. So I have hooked the true Usdx up to the same battery I was using on the hill. There's a power meter, and that is a dummy load. Right, look what happens when I key the mic and call CQ. CQ. So the radio goes into transmit, but there's barely a deflection on the power meter. Now, if I unplug the mic and use the push to talk on the radio and its internal microphone, which will involve me contorting slightly, but watch the power meter. CQ. Therein lies the problem. My dodgy wiring of the microphone. So, In summary, I need to get back out again with this true Usdx and give it a proper chance when the band conditions are good and when they're, well, with a working microphone. Right, that might be the next video. I might do an A to B with the KX2, especially on receive, just to see how good the receiver is on this one. Watch this space. See ya, bye bye.